this summer when I hit him up for bananas tickets. I said, he said, no can do, brother. And I said, what kind of fly-by-night operation can't get a guy tickets? And he said, one with 3.6 million fans on its waiting list. And I went, oh.
Word is they don't see what it take to make it, but the word on the street side make it look easy. No flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy.
All right. Well, hello, intrepid listeners of the Diggles Diamonds podcast. I'm assuming there are some new listeners out there because I will, by the point that you're seeing the full podcast, have undoubtedly promoted the heck out of the fact that we have a member of the Savannah Bananas staff joining us this week. And I'm even more thrilled to tell you that is another gentleman who's been a friend of years, friend to tears. One Andrew Bartman.
I'm the assistant coach of the Texas Tailgaters. I'm the hitting coach.
Okay.
Joe Mikulic's our manager. He's been in pro ball for like 40 years, and it's like letting a puppy out of the cage, and he's a Texas guy. And if you would draw a cartoon caricature of someone who should be the first head coach or manager of the Texas Tailgaters, it's Mick. Like, this guy went viral before you could go viral, like with news clips, and it's on YouTube of him taking out third base after getting ejected and giving it to a fan in Asheville, North Carolina in like the early 90s. Sliding into home plate after getting ejected as a manager of the Frisco Rough Riders. He's awesome. He's awesome. And yes,
amazing.
The league. So the Bananas that started as one team, right, in the Coastal Plains League, college summer baseball has morphed into, last year we had 4 teams. Tailgaters were the newest one. So you've got the Bananas, you've got the Party Animals, you've got the Firefighters, which started 2 years ago.
Yep.
And then this year we started the Tailgaters, Texas Tailgaters, even though we're based out of Savannah. And then next year we're adding 2 more teams, which have already been announced. The Loco Beach Coconuts. Where is Loco Beach, you ask? It lives in Banana Land. There is no Loco Beach. It is ours. And then the what's really, really cool is we have the rights now to our 6th team, which is the Indianapolis Clowns. And
that was my favorite.
Unreal. And it's such a part of history. And the Bananas, the thing that I didn't realize, like, I knew the Clowns were a Negro League team.
Yes.
And the thing I didn't realize was they were the last Negro League team. They kept barnstorming.
Yes.
Right. So
very almost Harlem Globetrotter-esque to a certain extent.
Very Savannah Banana-esque.
Right. Well, that too. Absolutely. Right? But yeah, that was.
And what was really, really cool was Bob Kendrick, who's the president of the Negro League Hall of Fame and Museum.
Yes, sir. Have you been there, by the way?
Yeah, been there. My boy Sheets and I went there. We did a barnstorm in Kansas City. We went to the Negro League Museum, and then we got barbecue at Arthur Bryant's right around.
Oh, yeah, that's a great.
The original Arthur Bryant's has pictures of presidents hanging up in it. And the same guy behind a pit that's been there for 70 years, I think.
Yeah.
So
your feet stick to the floor, but it's worth it.
It's unbelievable. If you're around Kansas City, you have to. And so Bob Kendrick came to the announcement, and he made the announcement that the Indianapolis Clowns are the newest team. So the Negro League Hall of Fame Museum's behind this. We've got great coaches in place, great players in place after our first ever draft. And so, 2026 is the inaugural season of the Banana Ball Championship League, the BBCL. Last year was matchups. Like, we played the Party Animals a lot, launching our brand, because the Party Animals were the second team. They've got some equity built up right around the country. The Firefighters played the Bananas a lot. We crossed over and played the other teams too. But we played the Party Animals a lot. This year, I mean, it's a straight up league schedule, and everyone's playing each other the same amount of times, standings, the whole stats, the whole deal. So it's very exciting. There's going to be, each team I think is playing 60 league games, and then we're going to have a mid-year kind of NBA Cup style Banana Ball Open.
Nice.
And if you win that, so only the top 4 teams are going to make the end of the year playoffs. If you win the Banana Ball Open, whenever that is, March or April, you win that, you're automatically in the playoffs regardless of how you finish the year.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
So we're fired up. We're excited. I mean, we can get into all the venues we're going to play this year, and the numbers are staggering.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mr. Bartman has made a number of stops across his career. He's been a JUCO recruiting coordinator. He's been a JUCO head coach. Were you a JUCO AD at one point?
I was an NAI associate AD and adjunct instructor and head baseball coach at one point.
Right. That was okay. Yeah. That was where you were the administrator.
D3 head coach.
Yeah. Yeah. And has also done work with USA Baseball and the American Baseball Coach Association. So at many various points throughout our friendship, I have hit Mr. Bartman up for favors and sides and whatnot. And this summer, when I hit him up for Bananas tickets, I said, "What kind of?" He said, "No can do, brother." And I said, "What kind of fly-by-night operation can't get a guy tickets?" And he said, "One with 3.6 million fans on its waiting list." And I went, "Oh,
Insane." And of course, I'm from New Holland, Illinois. Those of you Diggles Diamonds listeners from Central Illinois, you can't even call it a city. It's a village of 300 people,
yes,
15 miles from Lincoln. So I went to Lincoln High School, but did K through 8 at New Holland Middletown. And so being in Lincoln, the Bananas played in Chicago and in St. Louis last year. Tailgaters did not play them there.
yeah."
I think at one point I counted, I was on a bus, had time, and I counted between Facebook, Instagram, text messages. I think I had 387 requests from people reaching out asking for tickets. I'm talking
So
people
more than the entire population of New Holland.
Yes. And people you haven't talked to since high school. Hey, man, long time no talk. Hey, can you give me like 7 tickets to Busch Stadium? I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry.
No can do.
I can't even get them for my friends, let alone you.
Now we get to the real reason why you had to have mom and dad come down there for Christmas and you couldn't come home. You're on a list, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's right. That's exactly right.
We might not be welcome at that place there on the south edge of Lincoln where we met for beers that one night. And you had access to the cooler.
Oh, yeah. Lucky Dog.
Lucky Dog.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was it.
That's right, baby. Best spot in town.
Former state trooper behind the bar. You can't go wrong.
That's right. It will remain nameless.
Amazing. Well,
I think people don't realize like Central Illinois is. I know basketball's big. I went to Lincoln High School. Tell me, like basketball, very very successful and it's a great thing. And you talk about Peoria. I mean, Manual, obviously Peoria Central, all those places. Morton's really good. Washington's really good, but there's a lot of really good baseball people that have come out of there that have done stuff at a high level, at a national level, and it should be celebrated.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. I mean, and we're not just talking about like Tommy Girardi. We're talking about scouts. We're talking about ball players. We're talking about, executives. I mean, it's you can spin in one direction and throw a stone. You're like, oh, there's the national cross checker for the D-backs. It's just like, people just don't realize what is around here.
No, we just talked about it earlier. My high school co-captain at Lincoln High School my senior year, Justin Dedman's the new head coach at Bradley.
Absolutely, yeah.
My childhood best friend from New Holland, Illinois, town of 300 people we talked about, is the assistant commissioner of the SEC and oversees a lot of baseball stuff there, Matt Boyer. And I've been fortunate to do things on a national level with the ABCA and USA Baseball, and now Banana Ball. And it's baseball is strong in Central Illinois, and there's a lot of really good things that have come out of there.
Agreed wholeheartedly. So the first question I want to ask you with regards to Banana Ball is, what is an interview with Jesse Cole like?
Well, it's funny. So I got involved. Tyler Gillum, who's the head coach of the Bananas. Yep. Tyler used to be at South Mountain JUCO in Arizona. And for anybody listening, resumes are great and how hard you work is great, but it's something that gets lost, I think, in today's age with technology is the personal relationship that you can form with people and the networking, right? And so when I was getting brought up and I was at Wabash Valley Junior College, highly successful Division I JUCO, and backed my way into that job because Rob Fournier knew my coach, He really hammered that home about talking to everybody on the road. You treat everybody with the same amount of respect. He goes, you're going to have all these SEC schools recruiting our players. You better treat the NAI school that asks you about them and the D3 school and the D2 school. You better give them the same respect you give to the SEC school. You better have those same relationships and treat people the right way. And Jim Brownlee told me a long time ago, you see the same people on the way up that you see on the way down.
Yeah.
You treat everybody the same. And Jim's a gem,
Yeah.
Absolute gem. So Tyler was at South Mountain JUCO. He spoke at a couple of my clinics I had for USA Baseball. He gets involved with the Bananas. He's going to do his thing. They're blowing up, going crazy. And we had a couple of those conversations like, man, you should come over here. You should really get involved over here. I'm like, oh man, I'm a USA Baseball. Why would I go to the Bananas? Why would I go
Yeah.
to that and deal with that? And then we were chosen to be the foster family of the night in Indianapolis a couple years ago. And so what they do, the nonprofit of the Bananas is called Bananas Foster, and they highlight a foster family every night because the Coles, Jesse and Emily, have been foster parents and they've
Yep.
adopted kids in their family. And so we go over to Indianapolis for the foster family, and man, it's a really cool organization. Like it's not the Harlem Globetrotters. Like they're doing
Yeah.
things the right way. They're doing really, really cool stuff. And they kind of planted the seed, that maybe someday we would do that. And then it just kind of lined up. They brought me in. It's actually funny just to kind of get me more exposed to it. They were in Durham a couple years ago, and Gillum said, "Hey man, you wanna umpire one of our games?" Sure. So I went over and umpired, and I
Well, yes, I do.
then we got to talking a little bit more, and he was like, "Hey, you want to come down and umpire the All-Star game at Clemson last year?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm just a baseball guy, man. I'm umpired. I've been an AD. Like you do whatever you do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So I go down to Clemson, and we have a good time, and it was kind of informal interview actually. So like the day of the game, I met Tyler and Adam Byron, who's assistant of the Bananas and kind of heads up Banana Ball U, and Jesse for breakfast. And like Jesse rolls in after running however many miles he ran that morning.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Boom. And he pulls out his notebook and he starts just writing stuff down. Because like when he says he writes down 10 ideas a day, he writes down 10 ideas a day.
Wow.
And he's sitting there doing it. And he's like, "Hey guys, hey, real quick, Andrew, thanks for being here. Just 1 second." He's like, "Guys, I'm thinking about we go into a league. I'm thinking about what the tournament's going to look like in 2 years." And he's like writing out a bracket on his notebook. That's crazy.
That's
So
unreal.
go into it, just have a conversation. And I'm like, you don't try to match Jesse's energy.
No, can't.
You can't do it. So I'm pretty reserved, and I'm just telling about myself, and there's no real role defined for what I'm interviewing for.
Yeah.
And that's something they do. They want people who are the right fit.
Yeah.
And not about the job that's the right fit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So there's a people and culture check that you have to do when you hire everybody. So even if someone wants to hire you, Ben Diggle, to come in and do this role in the organization, that's fine. But I couldn't just hire you tomorrow. I would have to pass you on to our people and culture department, who would then have to have a meeting with you.
Yeah.
And make sure you're the right fit for the organization and not just the right fit for the job.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Now what does that entail, if you don't mind me asking? Like, I don't want you to give away the secret sauce here, but like, is there a talent portion? Like, yeah, you have to show your dance steps, or
in an effort to not sound like the old guy, man, it's literally a vibe check.
nice.
It's literally a vibe check. It's having a conversation and just seeing if, what kind of fit you would be in terms of personality, and not, Ben, me. I can't do a cartwheel. I can't do a backflip. That's not.
But you will try. But you will try.
I'll try. I'll mix it in. I'll try. But it's nothing. It's nothing crazy. It's literally a conversation, and we're not just reading resumes and hiring people.
Nice.
So it's got to be the right fit.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, let's talk about getting into this. Like, what, you get hired. You've said your role's kind of undefined. Obviously, end up with the Tailgaters, do a little umpiring, do the banana ball clinics, camps, whatever you want to call them, that they have usually at each stop. As a baseball guy, like, and obviously you are a prominent baseball guy, having worked for ABCA and USA Baseball. What was the biggest adjustment for you?
Great question. First, the level of play is really good. So to level set expectations for everybody, nothing in the gameplay of the game itself is scripted. Okay.
Yeah.
Entertainment is scripted. Walk-ups are scripted. Like, this guy's going to start, and the entertainment team and the choreographer is going to write up something. Yeah. And we have our OTTs, our over the top meetings, where our players kick around ideas to our OTT leader. They send it to the entertainment team for each week. And man, it's every week. But we got another show this week, and it's not a game. We got a show. We got a show this week. We got another show this week. We got two shows this week. And so they're going to send it off. They're going to create ideas. that are great. They're going to look great, number one, to the stadium, and they're going to look great on social and going to look great on video and send it off. So the adjustment was, especially with the pitching, it was last year. It was like, hey, this guy, this reliever, everybody's going to throw at least one inning on the weekend. Okay. So this reliever is going to have a walkout in the seventh inning. All right, cool. So he's going to pitch in the seventh inning of game two. Hitters are a little bit more tricky. Like, we've got the freedom to substitute. We got the freedom to do some things, but we know Jonathan Looters on our team, the best human I've ever coached. Jonathan Looters is going to ride his unicycle and do a unicycle at bat at least once a weekend.
Nice.
So for us as coaches, we're like, all right, here's where we're going to put Jonathan Looters' unicycle at bat in the course of our weekend. Now, with Banana Ball scoring system, makes it a little bit easier, because if we hit him in the seventh inning, it's not that big of a deal, because even if he comes up second and third, 2 outs, which happened a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's guaranteed to happen.
And we could have won the inning. We don't win the inning, but it doesn't kill you, because even if the party animal scored 3 in that inning and we scored 1, we only lost the point for the seventh inning. We didn't go down 2 runs, So scripting some of the entertainment is tough. And hey, man, you think Banana Ball scripted? You think we want to have him up second and third, 2 outs? On a unicycle? Of course not. We don't. That's part of it. But you got to take it. That is what it is. Yeah. So that's part of the entertainment.
Absolutely.
But this year it's going to be a little bit different in terms of competitiveness. We're going to be able to let our pitchers go. Man, if a pitcher's rolling, we can let them roll. We can let them go and not script it. And there's going to be some guys that maybe don't throw on a weekend, but we went from playing 33 games last year to 60 as tailgaters. So there's going to be plenty more opportunities for guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But the level of play, like this picture right here, my background, me, and then Jimmy Lewis right there, Slim Jim. Jimmy was a second rounder with the LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
Like, Jimmy's a second rounder. I mean, he's a stud. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Signed out of high school.
He's seen really high level baseball. Yeah. And played really high level.
We've got Zach Watson, who is a SEC guy, started at LSU.
Yeah.
Played on the USA Baseball College National Team. He's our left fielder, ripping backflip catches, played pro ball with the Orioles for like 5 years.
Yeah.
We have a lot of guys that came to tryouts this year as we expanded rosters. We upped pay. Without giving out numbers, our guys, the base salary for the league is higher than every level except for Major League Baseball. Our guys get paid more than AAA guys. So we're really taking care of the players as much as possible.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Speaking of the players, and obviously your time has been a little bit limited. You're just going into year 2. But what, with guys like Jimmy, like Zach Watson, what's the biggest adjustment for them?
The pace of play, the pace of the game.
Okay.
What do you mean? We're on the 2-hour time limit.
Okay.
And we're trying to get pitchers to get a pitch off between 3 and 4 seconds.
Oh, wow.
It's right. That's how we keep fans engaged. We want never miss moments, can't miss moments. We want to keep fans engaged, and we want you to, sorry to all the stadiums, but we don't want people to go to the concession stand. We want them locked in, because as soon as that inning's over, we got an inning that we have stats for the world's fastest inning. We have stats for the fastest inning. One of our stats we track is pitches per inning. How many pitches do you throw in order to get out of an inning?
Nice.
Tempo, like, get them to learn the tempo, especially for the pitchers.
Yeah.
And then as hitting coach, I'm like, hey guys, practice.
There's no stepping out.
No, yeah, that's a rule. Can't step out.
Yeah.
But it's not just stepping out, it's being ready to hit and being ready to hit and being ready to hit. And we'll have BP rounds during practice and during batting practice before game, and even just on practice days, that are tempo rounds.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I know as a hitter you want to get your feels and you'll get your swing right. That's cool, but like, we've got to practice hitting with tempo, and getting a swing off every 3 to 4 seconds and hitting good pitches. Because, like, you talk about the game speeding up on you every once in a while.
Yeah.
The game speeds up on you every single day in Banana Ball.
Yeah, every night.
And you've got 45,000 people.
Oof.
Or it's Texas A&M's football stadium next year with 102,000. You think the game's not going to speed up on you? Right? And you've got a former second rounder pitching.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. The stuff they have to do mentally, the mental gymnastics they have to do, in addition to the actual gymnastics a lot of them do,
no kidding.
It's challenging. It's super challenging.
As far as, so we've covered the coaches and the players, what is something that, like, an outsider doesn't understand about Banana Ball?
That number one, that the game's not scripted. People say it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh man, can't believe you guys beat the party. Can't believe you beat the Bananas. Why not?
Yeah.
Like we played a banana ball game. We played a baseball game. We played a banana ball game. Right.
Yeah.
They don't tell us who's going to win or lose or what's going to happen or if someone's
Yeah.
going to hit a homer. And any real baseball player out there knows that you can't script a home run.
Yeah.
You can't script a double. Right.
Yeah.
That's why we script the entertainment and we play the game as it is. So the hardest thing for them to realize is that nothing is scripted except the entertainment.
That's amazing. This you may have already answered this one, but what's something that you guys make look effortless, but in reality takes up most of your time to pull it off? Like you're ducking under the water, everything looks placid on the surface, but your feet are going a million mile an hour below the surface.
Trick plays on defense.
Yeah.
Trick play. Oh my gosh, trick play practice. We had 8 weeks of spring training with our guys because we had a ton of new players to banana ball. So they gave us a long ramp up. Us and the firefighter. We had a long ramp. So the Party Animals and Bananas last year started playing in February. Well, they'd been doing it for a couple of years, right? They gave us a long ramp up of practice of scrimmages to like get it right because we're playing in front of 40 some thousand people. We gotta get it right.
Yeah.
So trick play practice, guys that didn't know exactly what they were doing. I was coaching the outfielders too. I did this a lot. I put a ball in the machine and put a ball in the machine hours on end.
Yeah.
Practice backflips, practice behind the back catches. And like coaching it, guys that couldn't hit the backflip, it was timing. And it's like, man, you got to like be ready to catch and then leave your feet. Like if you really watch, a lot of guys aren't leaving their feet and catching in midair. It's a lot of like almost up, we catch, then we backflip, and we broke it down into smaller bites, just like you do with anything else when you're teaching the game. Break it up into smaller chunks and walk through it as a process. Even with the backflip catches, we would start small. If you're a youth coach and you're teaching young kids how to catch a fly ball, you don't just hit a fungo from 200 feet away to them.
Yeah.
Right. You start small and we break it down. It's like, hey, we're trying to catch above our head. But we did that. I did that, but with behind the back catch, with a tornado catch where they're spinning, with a backflip catch. So trick plays, infielders a little bit. I don't want to say easier, but some of the stuff they do in terms of it's like once they have the ball secured, then they can play around
between
with
their
it.
legs or around the back or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're constantly pushing the limits of what the human body can do, and it's and when my guy Indy Stanley, I'm telling you, when I say dozens of times a day, trying to get a backflip catch, can't hit it, can't get it, and then it finally clicks. It's like that kid that you throw BP to him 25 rounds, they can never square a ball up, and then they finally do. Like it's the same feeling as a coach.
Yeah, nice. That's actually a nice. Our second question here. What's the process like for testing out new rules and new ideas?
Yeah, all the time. Test is a word we use a lot. Let's test it. In scrimmages, we test a lot of stuff that no one sees at Grayson Stadium in Savannah.
What's one thing that you've tested that you thought might go and it was just like watching a car wreck?
I'll tell you what. In addition to coaching the tailgaters, I'm the umpire assigner for the league.
Nice.
And so we've tested some umpires, some entertainment umpires. We want to have one entertainment umpire at every game. So we obviously have Vincent Chapman, our dancing umpire, the viral guy. He's great. We tested Seth Markham, the umpire ninja this year.
Yes.
He came to try out in Texas, and Tyler Gillum said, "Hey man, you're a little short, ability wise. You ever thought about umpire?" He just said, "I just really want to be a part of it." So in January, I get started down there. I joined the Bananas last January, and Tyler says, "Hey, Seth Markham, umpire ninja, is going to be here. I want you to go meet him, and we got a scrimmage today." Okay, I go meet him and say, "Hey, Seth, great to meet you." Cool. I said, "Hey, how long you been umpiring?" He goes, "Oh, today's my first day." I said, "Buddy, you know where to stand?" He's like, "Yeah, kind of." Because he played college baseball. He played at McLean Junior College, right? Like he's got a clue how to play baseball. And I'm like, "Oh boy!" So we did a crash course, and then worked through a bunch of scrimmages, and all of a sudden, Seth's doing backflips in front of 80,000 people in Charlotte and calling guys out, and like he did a really, really good job this year.
Nice.
But we're constantly testing. That we tested replays this year, so each team gets a replay, gets a challenge, and then the fans get a challenge. We designate a fan challenge person before every game.
That's awesome.
And it never fails. If you get in the 8th inning and they haven't popped it, there's going to be a play that's not, it's not like a challenge.
Yeah.
And their husband or their wife's over there nudging them like, hey, you got to do that, man. You got to get on camera. So they pop it. But we tested how we evaluate the replays. It used to be that our broadcasters, whoever was broadcasting the game, would review it and then send that down to entertainment, who would tell the umpires. And then this year we changed it to where, and we tested it during the season, where the umpires have there's an iPad or a monitor that gets brought out to them so they can see it. And the umpire can actually, evaluate the play and evaluate the rule before making a ruling, and not a broadcaster. So that's
and I assume you put a time limit on that.
1 minute.
Yeah.
And it's on the board.
Yeah.
And they show it slow-mo on the board, and you hear the crowd, and the umpire sees it the umpire can see it on the board, players see it on the board, the umpire sees it up close and personal so they can make a determination.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, we want to get it right, at the end of the day. You want to I say this all the time. Do you want to be right, or do you want us to get it right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that goes for coaches too, that are so set in their ways. It's like, do you just really want to be right, or do you want to get it right for the player?
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously now replay, that's obviously links us to pro ball. In your opinion, what Major League Baseball, what rule should Major League Baseball, banana ball rule, I should say, should Major League Baseball implement to make its product more entertaining? I have my own opinion on this. I think it might shock you.
You know what I really like? I really like the no stepping out.
Okay.
I mean, you're in there ready to hit. I get that there's some mental resets that you have to do, but it just becomes so much. Or put a rule in that you can only step out so many times per at bat.
Yeah.
And then
for like 5 seconds.
With PitchCom, I don't understand why we need to have mound visits.
Yeah.
It takes so much time, and I love what they've done in terms of speeding the game up. I love that they're trying to get those things done. That's why we love being independent and able to do whatever we want to do. We keep things moving. We're trying to go as fast as possible. We're trying to break records for how fast we can get done while still providing a great product. So yeah, if they can cut down on stepping out of the box, and they can speed up time between pitches, and like pitch clock's done great, but I don't understand the mound visits. When you have PitchCom, I think that can eliminate a lot of it. Have you ever seen, Ben? You probably have. You ever seen the series Brockmire?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so like Brockmire, when he becomes a commissioner, they're talking about, oh, this game's going to get done in 6 hours.
Yeah,
like towards the end of the thing. There was a lot of parallels I saw between MLB and Banana Ball with some of the things they were talking about doing in Brockmire. Like it really struck me. So
yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
If you're a baseball fan that hasn't watched Brockmire, you need to go watch it.
Yeah, just keep the kids away from it.
Yeah, true. But
right. But when I was at USA Baseball, I did coaches clinics and events with like 16 different major league clubs, and have been to Manhattan, been in the commissioner's office. A lot of friends that are still there, people that I still keep in touch with in the commissioner's office, and they're doing a really good job of making it better. I just don't know how fast they can move, and like how much they want to tip the scales to get away from traditional baseball, because obviously that's a pretty established product.
Yeah. I want to see the ball 4 rule, the walk rule implemented. With everybody having to touch the ball, and man, you get a guy who can fly in that box, and all of a sudden the most boring
changes the game.
Yeah, the most boring play in baseball becomes electric.
It changes it changes the game. And when you can walk off an inning with a walk, like it places a premium on throwing strikes.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, is an issue. And yes.
100%.
Yep.
100%. No, that's my absolute favorite part of Banana Ball is all 9 defensive players must touch the ball before the player can be put out. There's a couple little league ball 4 home runs this year too. Yeah, absolutely.
Where a ball gets chucked over the left fielder's head, he's got to get it, and like you got somebody that can run, it turns into a home run and walk off an inning. It's crazy.
It's nuts. To kind of segue back onto the bananas experience, and obviously we've talked about, so many of the different things that you guys try to do. What has been the most gratifying fan interaction you've had at one of these games?
There's there's too many to count. It's
Yeah.
you've got people that just come up and you've never met them before, and they tell you how, you know, banana ball has gotten them through some really, really hard times in their life,
Oh,
and just how much joy. And they tell you these stories, and it's like how much joy they can go, and they know they're just going to have a great time, and they know they're going to have fun. They're going to forget about whatever it is that they have going on in their life,
yeah.
And you got parents who tell us that kid didn't want to play baseball anymore after a bad experience, and they come to banana ball and they love it, and they want to keep playing and try to find ways to incorporate, the fun and the joy that they have in banana ball into their baseball playing after that.
Yeah.
So I people that think that banana ball's trying to replace baseball, like that's totally misplaced. Like it's not even
No.
a thing, man. It's a supplement to it. It's a fun outlet to it. It's what I said. You're gonna know this. Some people might not. Man, it's like we grew up playing basketball for our school team, but we also
Yep.
went and played Gus Macker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Gus Macker didn't replace regular basketball. Gus Macker
No.
was just a fun thing to do for a weekend on the asphalt and with your friends. And it's there's a lot of similarities there too.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I'm working on an article right now about the Peoria pipeline in hoops because we just had another kid commit to Illinois.
That's going to be a lengthy article.
It is, and that was one of the things I referenced in the article was the old Peoria Macker, where
That's
downtown
right.
streets in downtown Peoria are closed. It's 8 of the best guys to come out of Peoria playing against each other, and they're lined up on the parking decks, down on Jefferson
Yeah.
Street just to get a bird's eye view of it. Like that's that the Macker's a great analogy there. That's amazing.
Fun fact: my friends and I, we won the Gus Macker in Decatur. Once some I think I was an eighth grade or a freshman year or something. We won the Decatur
Nice.
Gus Macker. Just so you know. Yeah.
Fun fact: I have the toilet bowl trophy from the Macker.
It's beautiful. I love it.
One of my favorite trophies of all.
I
Just
bet.
a human basketball pointing at a golden shitter. It's great.
Yes, it is. That's absolutely right. I love it. I love it.
What give me your favorite story from year one.
Well, I think it was our first major league stadium that we played. So we went with the Party Animals, a lot early
Yeah.
on, played them. And so when you play the Bananas, it's either a major league stadium or a football stadium.
Right.
They don't play minor league stadiums anymore. They
No,
just can't.
No, can't. Yeah.
So we open up in Albuquerque, then we go to Reno, then we go here, then we go there. Then all of a sudden it's like we're playing in Cincinnati at Great American Ballpark versus the Bananas. And that was my hometown game. So every player coach gets to choose two sites. This year it's two sites, used to be one site where they will like you get a couple comp tickets each game, but then once a year you get to choose a place where they'll reserve a block of 50 tickets for you so your family and friends can come see you play.
Yeah.
So we got that going on in Cincinnati, and I've got family, friends there. And our entrance for the tailgaters is we come in on the back of pickup trucks, like music going. Then we go into our dance and we do Copperhead Road. The Copperhead Road dance to start, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. And we done Albuquerque, and that was fun. And we done Reno, that was fun. And this place, St. Paul, was fun. But man, we're in the left center field gate at Great American Ballpark, and they open the gate, and you see it.
Yeah.
And it's 40-some thousand people, and they're there to see you.
Yeah.
And
and all standing, all cheering.
Oh man, you jump off the truck and you're dead sprint to the middle of the field, and like that adrenaline rush for your first one, it's crazy. Your first big league stadium, it's absolutely insane. And then you're just there, you're looking around, you're like, man, I'm coaching a big league ballpark.
Yeah.
A sold out big league ballpark.
Yep.
It's surreal. I'm from a town of 300 people.
Yeah. Yeah. How many times over can we fit New Holland in the Great American Ballpark?
It was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
You could seat all of New Holland in one section, maybe half of a section at GAP.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. There's quite a few of them there, but yeah, absolutely.
We're going to have the town council meeting while we're here.
We had some new we had some New Holland, we had some San Jose, we had some Williamsville in there. Like it was great. Some Lincoln.
San Joe's, not
That's
San
right.
Jose, San
Nope.
Joe's.
That's right.
Oh man. Oh, that's tremendous. Um, two more questions here. Number one, we've already talked about baseball a little bit, but what can organized sports or traditional sports, I guess, learn from the Bananas?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but we did a youth tournament this year in Savannah.
I did not.
So we did a youth tournament. They did one a couple years ago up in Cleveland, working with Athletic Sports Group. This year we did on our own, and it was myself, Adam Virant, assistant coach of the Bananas, a couple other folks. We did a youth tournament, and what we did was we did not allow teams to register, individual registrations only. So you could
Yeah.
not put together a super team to go win the Bananas tournament and be a bunch of crazy idiots, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
At a just regular. So it was ages 9 through 12, and those kids had so much fun. We had party animals were off that weekend, and so we had some of those guys like, hey, if you're in town and you want to make some money, you can coach a team or two in this tournament.
Yeah.
I coached a team. All of us who were running the tournament, we all coached a team also. Like we're boots on the ground.
That's
And I
awesome.
scheduled all the umpires. We're redoing, and of course it rained every day because it was Savannah in July, and it rained every day. And we redid brackets and we got kids games. And man, these kids that I coached, it was, hey coach, my coach never lets me play first base. I'm like, cool, man, you're going to play 2 innings at first base tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, really? Yeah, awesome. Like, and I say this at coaches clinics all the time, man. It's if the roof over your head and the food in your family's mouth is not dependent upon you winning, you should be developing players. And so
Yes.
that 11-year-old that's way taller than everybody else and left-handed and doesn't really know how to work their body the right way.
Looks like a giraffe on roller skates.
A coach is going to shove them in right field for the whole year. The kid's never going to play baseball again, and it could be the next Chris Sale, and we're never going to know it.
Yeah.
So like just doing those things where we focus on fun and development, not just all fun, but fun and development, and letting kids experiment a little bit and learn how to play. There's so much value in that because the goal is to keep them playing. The goal is not to win a tournament. The goal is to keep them playing. And that is not a participation trophy statement that I'm making. I'm making a player development statement.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
so the more,
if we want to keep having baseball games,
kids
got to keep playing the game.
That's right. Kids got to keep playing the game. And there's, what is it? There are 4 roles on a baseball field. There's player, there's coach, there's umpire, and there's fan.
Yeah.
And hey, fans, parents, you can only do that one thing. You're not an umpire.
Yeah.
You're not a coach, and you're not a player. So let the kids play. Enjoy watching them play.
Yeah.
Let the umpire, and let the coach coach.
Yeah. It's a great way to
guess
do it.
what? Guess how many issues we had at that tournament this summer, Diggs?
Bagel.
0.
Yeah.
Absolutely 0.
Yeah.
Everybody had a great time. Everybody they worked, they had fun. We did a skills day before the tournament.
Nice.
We had banana ball players out there from all the teams, teaching them how to do trick plays, teach them how to throw the ball around on a ball 4 sprint. And
nice.
Like the accessibility that people have with our professional athletes is unprecedented. And I think that's what makes us really special.
And that kind of leads into my last question. Like, what do you want people to take away? Like when they interact with the Bananas, whether it's at a camp, whether it's at that tournament, or even, as one of 40,000 people at the ballpark, what do you want people to take away?
That they had the most fun they've ever had at a sporting event.
Yeah.
Or any event ever, that they enjoyed the experience. We say plus it. How do we plus it? We're trying to find different ways to plus it every night. How do we plus it for our fans? And so the company is named Fans First Entertainment. Like my paycheck doesn't come from the Savannah Bananas. My paycheck comes from Fans First Entertainment.
Yep.
We're in the business of creating fans. We're in the business of making fans. We're in the business of keeping fans. What can we do to do the best possible show for the fans so they feel like they got value whenever they left? Because a lot of sporting events, you feel like you got robbed by the end of it.
Yeah.
They're hammering you for everything from parking to concessions, whatever.
$7 hot dog,
Yeah,
$5
man, that's
popcorn.
right. That's why our tickets have no fees. That's why we do
Yeah.
free shipping on everything you buy from the store. That's like we absorb the tax on the tickets. You know how much money
Yeah.
that is yearly?
Oh yeah. It's
But it's
insane.
fans, but it's fans first.
Well,
And
and
we just
that's
want, you
I
know,
will go to my grave saying one of the best things that Jesse ever did back when the Bananas were still in the coastal plain was free concessions. I mean, that's boom.
that's still a thing in Savannah. You come to a game
Yeah,
in Savannah, that's still a thing. It's
yeah,
wild.
yeah. Like
It's wild.
that's value added right there. Like, yeah, I'll pay $40 for a ticket because I know I'm gonna eat $40 worth of hot dogs.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's everything we do is trying to figure out how to make it better for the fans.
Yeah,
And we talk about third deck all the time. The bigger venues. So you go to a
yeah,
bigger venue, big league stadium, football stadium, and it's like the third deck probably is not seeing the show as great as people on the first deck.
yeah,
We send our entertainment people, we send our pitchers who are not pitching that day, we send them up to the third deck and they're signing autographs during the game and they're high-fiving people and they're having a great time. Another thing we tested last year, we tested an umpire in the stands. Eric Goldstein went around, I forget where it was. It was like we had all these guys that want to work one venue, and it's like, you know what? Gil and I are sitting around, we're like, let's test this. So we paid an umpire to come and walk the stadium. He gave out rubber wristbands that said "Be nice to umpires" that were yellow with banana on. Be nice to
yeah,
umpires in his umpire uniform, and he was up there like going to explain rules. If people had questions about rules, he was just interacting with fans, and he was like, you know what? You got an umpire here with you, fans. Lay it on me. You didn't agree with that call. What do you got? Like,
yeah,
here's why he called it that. Here's why he was actually in position. You don't know that you're not an umpire. Like, yeah, it's something else we tested. Like umpire in the stands. Who does that?
yeah, yeah. I love the be nice to umpires. That's amazing. God
I've
knows
got
that.
mine. I wish I had it on me right now. I'd show it to you. Yeah.
That's the goodness knows that's one of the things we all need.
Right.
Well, Mr. Bartman, I can't thank you enough, brother, for joining us. It's always a wonder to talk to you. And man, as I we're gonna end a little sappy here, so get your tissues. But
I'm ready.
I when my dad passed back in September, uh, my siblings asked me to give the eulogy, and as at the eulogy, I was reminded of something one of my former players' parents had told me. Nathan Lavender said, we really believe that God put you in our lives, and that made me think, like, who's like that in my life? And you were one of those people, man. Like, I really believe, like, just I still remember. Do you remember where we met?
Was it Diamond Sports?
It was,
That's
but
right.
I can tell you where. O'Neill Park.
Yes. That was in the
Yeah.
Van Horn era.
Yes. That was like
Yeah.
year 2 of the
That's right.
Outlaws.
That's
You were
right.
working the gate at O'Neill Park in Bloomington. So
Working the gate at O'Neill Park, and now it's
yeah,
crazy, man. The path that you can take in this
yeah,
game is insane. It's
yeah.
unparalleled.
Guys like you and Sheets and Gillum are like, if you're a young coach, like you should be basically forming a church of Sheets, Bartman, and Gillum, because you
Well,
guys have
let's
all come from the very bottom to the top.
none of us were Division I pro players that ended up coaching Division I right away and then
Yeah.
doing it. Man, we're all small college grinders that
Yep.
had to work for it. And let's not forget that you can't do any of this stuff in the coaching game without a great support system at home and the wives
True.
that let you move and be gone all the time and do that stuff. And I know I just had an anniversary, so it's top of mind to me, but I definitely wouldn't be doing anything that I'm doing without
Yeah.
Nicole Bartman, 17 years in of my shenanigans. So
Yeah. Absolutely. Same thing for Melissa Joe Diggle.
that's right. That's
So
right. They're a special kind, without a
yes, they
doubt. Well, man,
are.
I appreciate your friendship, Diggs. I really do. And
Appreciate you, brother.
constantly reminded of how good I have it with the type of people that have been in my life that have allowed me to grow and allowed me to do these things and be a support system. And it's just really sometimes it's overwhelming when you think
Yeah.
about all the good people that you can pick up the phone and call or text and have your back for the right reasons.
Yeah. Absolutely.